Good morning and welcome back to the vlog. I've actually just wrapped up last week's episode, but we are diving straight in because it is Monday, it is a new week, our energy is at an all-time high, and the countdown is well and truly on for my 40th. Can you believe it? So, suffice to say, I am not approaching this birthday feeling like I have to do, or this milestone, feeling like I have to do some sort of radical overhaul of my lifestyle. My lifestyle is wellness-led, fitness-fueled, and is a huge part of what's my lifestyle, it's how I live my life. So there is no need for me to want to go on some sort of really aggressive crash diet or want to completely overhaul all my habits, or it's just not needed. But I am on board with a little glow up to step into this new era and to close out what has been I don't even know if there's a word. You guys know me, I'll find a word. If there's a word that exists, I'll find it. But I don't know if there is a word to articulate and express the power and how poignant this last 10 years of my life has been. There's been more happened in a 10-year period for me than truly some people would experience in a lifetime. But it's also my gift. That is the gift I've been given of life experience. It's what makes me such a great life coach. It's what makes me a great lifestyle content creator. My perspective is perhaps that of someone with 20, 30 years on me, because of all of the adversity, all of the challenge, all of the grief, the loss, the heartbreak, the trauma that led to the therapy, the healing, the releasing, the identity up-leveling, the peace, the inner peace that exists within me, that I take time every day to build through daily meditation and exercise and eating well and getting my sleep and protecting my peace. If there's drama, if there's stuff going on, if there's people talking about people, I am not in. I am so not in that I'm 1,000 feet out. So my glow up kind of starts this week. It kind of started 15 years ago. But there's a few things that I am definitely feeling ready for change as I approach this milestone. So I'm going to start with my mind. So I meditate every morning, and I have been increasingly consistent with it because Gary and I have had so much going on. Update coming soon. Because we've had so much going on, I've really had to use it as my lean into it because it makes me feel so amazing. From a health and fitness point of view, I'm deep in a plan with my coach at the moment and feeling fantastic. I would say that I've probably applied myself 95 to 98% of it. I think there's 2 or 3% that I can unlock, and that is what I am going to be doing for the next 6 weeks. That looks like a little better sleep. It looks like certainly more on the hydration front, sticking religiously to 1 coffee per day. And there's little tiny small tweaks I can make when it comes to nutrition. Not really. But I'll be doing all my training. I won't be missing a beat with it. I'll be getting all my steps. I won't be missing a beat with them. They have sort of slid down to about between 13,500 to 14,500 a day. I like to be a 15,000 minimum kind of gal. So we're resetting that. And then comes the fun stuff. So I'm actually going tomorrow. You might have noticed that my roots are looking a little long. I'm ready for a hair change. There, I've said it. I'm ready for a hair change. No, we're not going dark or anything drastic. Just a little elevation. A little glow up with the hair. So I was speaking at an event a couple of weeks ago in a salon actually. and they have kindly offered to look after the hair glow up situation for me. So I'm heading to Edinburgh tomorrow to get that done. That's going to be like a two-parter. I'm not going to spill anything. I'm not going to give anything away. I'm going to keep it back. But that will be a two-parter. The hair glow up. The next bit is like style. I'm really ready to like elevate into the next identity, into my next, like my 40s. And that's probably connected to some of the other stuff that we're being super ambiguous about at the moment. So I'm definitely giving the wardrobe a bit of an overhaul, which is great news for all of you guys because that means I have a lot of clothes to sell. So I will be doing a mass upload on my Vinted. I'll share the link of some of my most beloved, iconic looks, and you guys can all shop. I think I have things ranging from like a 6 to 16 probably. So hopefully something for most people in there. And Gary said something yesterday and he was like, oh, we're talking about the dress for my birthday, and I had told Hayley that I'd had my eye on one that was quite splurgy, and when I told her the price, her eyes were like, wow. And then we were telling Gary about girl math, and I was like, yeah, but if you think about it, like I bought a Balenciaga belt when I was in Dubai, and I think it was down from, I don't know, 700 quid to 250 quid, something like that. And Gary was like, but who spends that on a belt? And I was like, well, if you think about it though, I wear that belt where I wear an all black look. I have a Valentino belt that I love, and I have a Balenciaga belt that I love. Both are very similar. Black with gold hardware, that's very on brand for me. But because it's classic, I wear it often. So that means that cost per wear, if I wore that belt 50 times, like, it's totally worth it. Or if you've worn 200, if I wore that belt 250 times, that'd be £1 per wear. So we were explaining to Gary, girl math. And Gary was like, but you don't wear your clothes more than once. And that's, I think my occasion dressing and anything I wear on stage that feels quite performance outfit look, more like a kind of costume. It's not costume, but you know what I mean. I don't often wear things that are iconic more than once because I feel like then I've created the moment and then it's gone. So he's right indeed that I do have a lot of iconic things to sell. But my day-to-day staples, I wear them all the time. My good American jeans, I've hardly had them off since I bought them. So anyway, so this episode is all about the glow up for 40, all the things we're doing, there's skincare differences, we're going deep in the lymphatic drainage, teeth bleaching safely. So there's all sorts we're going to be doing. So come with me on an adventure to get ourselves looking fucking fabulous for 40. So the glow up begins, starting here with the hair. We are excited, we are nervous, we are ready for change. I love it. I do, I love it. Well, what do we think? It's still blonde, I'm aware, and this lighting is not ideal because I'm in an underground, like, multi-story car park. But oh my gosh, it feels so different. It feels so different. I think I'm a little bit obsessed with it. Oh my gosh. Well, I will style it properly tomorrow and have better lighting, and then we can debrief. But it feels brilliant. And just a bit more like elevated. I had just wanted blonder and blonder and blonder and blonder, but then that means that you just are in such a blonde space. I feel this is good. What do we think? Good afternoon. How are you all doing? You're joining me on Thursday afternoon. I have spent the day at my desk getting caught up on miscellaneous admin across all my businesses and life as well. We're having a bit of a week this week. So as you know, I have been not so subtly hinting at some big change, something big that Gary and I have been working on that is now confirmed and is coming to fruition. But meanwhile, which is great news, by the way, it's like the most exciting news ever. But meanwhile, we are also, life is lifing. I've debated whether I wanted to share anything on this at all, because for various different reasons, but I think it's really important. I have been online, whether blogging or vlogging or even just posting life updates or reflective updates or whatever, for a very, very long time. And the one thing that I know to be true is that when we can speak about all of the parts of life, whether they are easy, difficult, confusing, sad, like all of it, we need to be able to, as a content creator, which is what I am. I create content across multiple platforms alongside other things. I do so because sharing my experiences, I believe, gives other people insight, information, help, encourages them to talk amongst whether their community, their friend group, their family. And I know that to be true because I've heard it from many of you over the years. I have people in my DMs every single day telling me that they worked out that day because I had put a post out, or they had went for therapy, or they had started coaching, or they had started working on their confidence or their mindset, or they'd started meditating, whatever the thing is. And so there have been times in my life where I've been less inclined to share because I am respectful of other people's privacy, and some things I just didn't feel appropriate. And then sometimes in life I have shared after the fact. But I believe that when we're experiencing all the different things in life is when it's raw and vulnerable and hard. And when we were coming home from our weekend away with Gary's family on Saturday, we got some news that my much beloved and adored grandfather, my papa, is just having a little bit of a tough time at the moment health-wise. And it's really knocked me. He's doing okay. I want to say that first of all, because I know loads of you who are, close with me, will worry about him. You know how much affection I hold for him. But it's definitely given me a bit of a knock, for sure. He's 92, and he is incredible. He's probably maybe the most special person I've ever met. He is studious. He loves to read and learn and impart his wisdom on others, but he's also got this real mischievous, cheeky, fun-loving side as well, and he's just, like 1 in a million billion. He's incredible. So Gary and I have been spending quite a lot of time with him over the last couple of days, to keep him company, to spend time with him. It's definitely been an emotional few days, I would say, for sure. And it's so difficult managing like all the highs that we're currently experiencing, and then, you know, some of the kind of tougher, sadder feelings as well. But anyway, that aside, this episode is obviously part of my glow up for my 40th and all of the things I'm doing to feel amazing. Now, our glow up is not just external, because we all know that it's how we feel on the inside that really drives how we feel externally, and how we like hold ourselves and how we show up in the world and all that good stuff. So one of the things I started doing a couple of months ago is I joined a like somatic circle with this incredible woman, Jennifer, and I do a class with her every other Wednesday morning. So I had that yesterday, and it's very different from anything I've ever done before. It is very slow and controlled, and it's just, yeah, it's, I don't even really know how to describe it, but it is phenomenal. Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying that. Obviously my hair was part of this episode, and part 2 of the hair glow up is coming next week, so that's going to be pretty exciting. And other things, honestly, this glow up, it's going to be unlike anything that I've seen or done before, because the big news that I can't really overly talk to you about at the moment changes everything. Like everything. And so this up-leveling, this new identity, this pull that I feel to elevate myself, my mind, my heart, my body, my soul, my style, all of it, everything, I'm ready for change. Like I'm really ready for change. And it's because I'm going to be putting myself into such a new environment. So, Gary and I were running this morning. Obviously, with the way I've been feeling over the last couple of days, and some of it's, you know, kind of hormone and like female related as well, I think. Absolutely wiped out this last couple of days. So just doing the most to take care of me as I need to. I feel good for having such a productive business day today. When I first woke up this morning, I was like, I'm still so tired. I'm still not feeling great. I always feel better after a workout. And actually I said to myself, I was like, even if I don't finish it exactly like the workout that was programmed for me, even if I don't quite hit the paces that my coach has given me, even if I don't, you know, but I did, and I felt great. And we always have so much more in us than we think. I think for people like me, that can also be like a bit of a danger point as well, because it means we push and push and push and push. So it's just about finding that like sweet spot. And I'm not going to use the word balance. I fucking hate that word. I don't want to live a balanced life. I want to live an extraordinary life. And balance means this. I want like this. So, but it is about sustainable success. I think that is a far more aligned positioning and framing for me, as I want to be able to, oh my gosh, build something truly epic, but I need to be well enough rested and healthy and vibrant and thriving that I can hold it as well. I seen something today, it's like a little bit more of a, not shallow, but I think it makes the point. And I was reading something about, it just came up on my Instagram, and it said, it was talking about how to get a six pack. And it said, if you cannot achieve a six pack in a sustainable way, i.e. not starving yourself and smashing 90 hours at the gym, if you can't achieve it in a sustainable way, you'll never keep it. And it's kind of like the results I got with the 12-week peak. Yes, I was, I was lean. I wasn't the leanest I've ever been, but I was very lean. But at what cost? And so life success is the same. You need to be able to sustain it. You can't work 17 hours a day. I actually had a 17-hour work day on Monday. Was it 17? Yes, I had a 17-hour work day on Monday. Totally hit a wall Wednesday, Thursday. Now, there have been other things going on, but that's also life, right? That's indicative of a real life, so you're always going to get that. So definitely think about, like, where are you, like, over smashing that's then actually impeding your progress and halting you. Is that the correct turn of phrase? Stopping you from being consistent with it. Because it's consistency that compounds over time. And so we need to create a world in which we can consistently excel and not just excel for a day and then burn out. We don't want that. So take your rest, restore. But don't let rest become your identity and your status quo, because that's not going to get you shit, quite frankly. Oh, we're really dropping some truth bombs here today. And I also think, whilst I'm on this high horse of mine, I'm going to speak my opinion more openly moving forward. Oh, is this the 40s coming out? I am nice, and I have this real, like, softness, which I think is important because, oh my gosh, there's so much hideousness in the world. But I'm also a straight shooter. And I think, honestly, people make excuses a lot of the time. I think people are okay with mediocre standards, whether it's in a business sense or in a personal sense. And like, this is not a judgment thing, right? Everybody should truly do what works for them. But like, for me, if you don't have a little bit of like pride and integrity in what you're doing, why are you even bothering? You know? So anyway, I look forward to sharing some of my other glow up practices over the coming days with you all, and indeed the coming weeks. And I cannot wait for Gary and I to drop our epic news with you all. Honestly, guys, this is let's just say we've got very exciting times ahead. How are you all? Guys, what a week. It is now Saturday and we have just arrived back home from my friend's 40th birthday celebrations. A great friend and I always say old, but I don't mean old as in he's old. I mean old as in long-standing, perhaps, is a better use of language. I have had some of the most incredible coaching meetings like ever this week. I started with a few new clients, which has been amazing. And the first couple, it is the feedback that I get from people around how impactful even just a few sessions with me can be is truly extraordinary. Like, I know I'm great at what I do, and I know all of my different experiences, all of my work, everything I've learned about my lifestyle choices, all of the things, all of the additional research that I do to be the ultimate life coach. That's what I want to be. That's my ambition. That's my hope. I want people to work with me and their life is forever changed. That's literally the point and why I do what I do. And I'm already doing it. When people tell me that after only, they felt stuck for years and then they come in and work with me for maybe they're in for a 6-month block, but within a couple of weeks, they're like, oh my God, I'm my whole life has changed already. It is wild, but I also know that it is the case because I have seen it consistently with every client from the beginning of my business. It's amazing. So as you know, this episode is, yes, it's about the glow up for 40, but it's also navigating the light and shade of life, as I do every week, and as you do as well. Like, I see you, I know it's tough. It's why I continue to put in the time and effort and energy to share online, is so that we all know that we are not alone. And yes, no one walks in our footsteps, right? No one knows exactly what life looks like from our perspective, our vantage point, all the different experiences that have shaped us. But the more freely and vulnerably, is that a word? Yes. The more freely we can all share and be ourselves and be authentic and not feel like we have to hide, or conform to any sort of ideal around anything, right? It's all up to us. If you want to change your hair, change your hair. If you want to start a new sport, start a new sport. If you want to wear the short shorts, wear the short shorts, right? Like, stop waiting to live your life. Stop waiting for the perfect set of circumstances to go and start that business, to start taking care of your health. Like, stop waiting. It's time. The time is now. The time is right now. My glow up is not only about adding more things, it's also about releasing and letting go of things. And so I am very proud to share that I have now started both my Vinted style store and my Depop style store. I will link both, and I am going to be doing waves of uploads of loads of amazing iconic outfits that I have. I've got some amazing stuff, loads of stuff brand new with tags as well. Your girl likes to shop. So I'll share the links in the description. But meanwhile, I'm going to wrap this episode up here, and we have part 2 of the Glow Up for 40 coming next week, as well as more information on our big news, which we'll be sharing very soon. But meanwhile, go and have an incredible week ahead. You're so worthy of everything that you want, but the only way to get it is to go out and make it happen, to be clear in what you want, to speak it out loud, know that you're worth it, and trust that it's coming. Like, your dreams have to find you in aligned action. So figure out what your next step is and go do it immediately. Please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. There is going to be a lot of new adventure on the horizon, and it really helps me continue to bring you high quality content. It means the world. So please do subscribe and share this content with people you think would love it. And I can't wait to hear from you all very soon.